this time we're going to do something a little bit different. What we're going to do is add an expression that has a pluralized variable value inside of it. So we're going to make a string. We're going to call it user and others liked your photo. And we'll say it's a caption under a photo when liked by friends or something like that. Great. So now we're going to focus it, and what we're going to do is enable our phrase variables like last time, and this time we're going to check that we want conditional interpolations. So to kind of give an example, we're going to write a string like Jamie and six other people liked your photo. And this is something where we need conditional logic to express correctly, and we have to deal with pluralization. So first thing we're going to do is add username, which is of type string. Then the next thing we're going to do is add a variable called other users count, and we'll say that's an integer. And now we're going to add this conditional variant. So we'll call it pluralization of other users, and we'll say it's other users count that we are pluralizing on. And you'll see why in a second. So we can now basically say username and other users count and other people liked your photo. So let's bold everything kind of the way we have in the example above, and we'll bold the username too. And now we can click pluralize. And so we're going to ask ChatGPT to basically generate us a list of conditions and associated translations with those conditions for handling the pluralization case. So it came back to us with if the other user count is equal to 0, username likes your photo, and one other person liked your photo, and then kind of the default case we supplied it. So we can uncheck that one. We don't need that condition. We'll add the other two conditions, and we can go back and make edits later if we need. But now let's hide the features and let's add a test case. So, I mean, normally you might add like 3 test cases here. We'll just test the, just for the cases one. Oops, sorry, for camel casing. Let's say user count is 1, and we really meant other users count. Oh, didn't highlight that correctly. Okay, now we got it. Oh, still no. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to put in my name. Let's put in Jamie, and we're going to say 1. And it's not updating because we're not actually referencing this new variable, the yellow one we created, which is the pluralization of other users. So we have to replace the original translation with that reference because it's going to print that out. So now it should work. So it says Jamie and one other person liked your photo, which is fine. And then Jamie likes your photo, and then let's see what happens when we put in 5. Jamie and 5 other people liked your photo. Okay, that's great. So now let's try out Chinese. We don't actually need to translate this time because we're just going to use the pluralization of other users. So we can ML translate this into Chinese. And my guess is DeepL might get it wrong. Yeah, it did. So I don't know Chinese, but I know enough that I know that after quantities, you need something like either ga or that character that means people. So we're going to actually ask ChatGPT now to make a proof for us. Like let's make sure that it proofreads this and gets the grammar correct. And let's see if it comes back with something usable. Yeah, that actually looks usable this time. So we're going to apply the edits. And now Chinese doesn't really have pluralization, so this should be interesting. You know, we'll see what it comes back with. Okay, it tested the 0 case, which is great. We'll just add that. Anyways, let's add it, and now let's go ahead and let's test it out. Let's add a test case to just see what it renders like. So ZH test condition. This is a sloppy test. We're just trying to test out what it looks like here. So it defaults to 0. That's great. Then we put in 1, 2. Okay, it looks like it works. So that's really, how pluralization works in the Floro text plugin.